Good morning, everybody. How you doing? Sean, come to you from my home studio here in Dallas, Texas. Today is March 22nd, 2026. This is going to be episode number 59 from Cedar Light Sports, Detroit Red Wings NHL update. Let's just jump right into it, folks. Last night, man, in a playoff type atmosphere in Detroit and Little Caesars Arena, you had the Boston Bruins, Eastern Conference, and Atlantic rival squaring off here in Detroit. And let's just jump right into the game here. Into the first period we go. Feely again, man. Back and forth, tight play. We didn't get a very good start here. We didn't get very many chances, but Boston was playing tight defense. We were playing tight. But we didn't get any shots off, I think, until like the first 10 minutes. But nonetheless, it was a feely playoff atmosphere. First period, nobody scored. After one, Zippo again. After one, 0-0. Heading into the second period here, quickly on the power play, yeah, Lucas Raymond give the Red Wings a 1-0 lead at the 3:35 mark, getting the crowd there something to cheer about, getting their hopes up, and looking for another 2 points and a big victory we need. But nonetheless, a couple minutes later, you had Pasta on the power play, tying it up at one apiece. So they traded special teams power play goals here in the first, where it stayed 1-1. In the second, where it stayed 1-1 after two, heading into the third period. DeBrincat at the 4:06 mark gives the Detroit Red Wings a 2-1 lead there. Man, yeah, the crowd was getting into it here, looking for a victory, but that didn't last long. A couple minutes later, you had Lindholm come down and squeak one through the 5-hole on Gibson there at 6:22, tying it up at two apiece. A couple minutes later, you had Zadorov come down, and another one that I think Gibson might have wanted back, but this one caught the top of the net here, given at the 9:42 mark, giving the Boston Bruins 3-2 lead. We generated some chances. We had some pretty decent looks, but we just couldn't pull this one out, man. And then it was 18 and some change mark. You had Konstantinov get the empty netter, sealing it at 4-2 for Boston. But it's what it was. It was a playoff game. I mean, it was a tight. We had a lot of opportunities. This game could have went either way. I like to look at the positives that we had here, and that we had a disallowed goal. That, I mean, it was just a hair reviewed, before the period expired, and I think the league should look at that. You should be able to, once you get the shot off, like they were talking in basketball. If you get that shot off, it's good. As long as in hockey, as long as there's no redirects or deflections, that should have been a good goal. But nonetheless, and then we did hit a couple pipes in a crossbar, and then Gibson stopped that penalty shot. So that was some good outcomes, and then we played hard. We didn't play a bad game. It was good playoff hockey. So keep the chin up, folks. Yeah, we lost, but nonetheless, it is what it is. Final from last night, 4-2. Boston takes that one. Let's just move this right along here quickly. Let's look at some of the scores around the league. It was a lot of action going on last night, folks. A lot of the team, we didn't get any help. Let's put it this way: we didn't get any help from any of the Eastern Conference teams here. But though, let's just run through it real quick. You had Pittsburgh won in a shootout, 5-4. Nashville over Vegas. Minnesota over Dallas. There's Buffalo 1-4. There's the Eastern Conference with Buffalo. Philadelphia won. Columbus won 5-2. Montreal won 7-3. Ottawa, there's another team in the East, 5-2. St. Louis over Vancouver, and then Tampa won this one out in Edmonton 5-2. That was a feisty game, man. There were some fisticuffs going on, but Tampa Bay is waking up, and you don't want these guys waking up at this time. But anyway, that was the scores from last night. Like I said, we didn't get any help, but it is what it is. We can't look at getting help from other teams. We got to take care of our own business, right? So let's just go on and look at the schedules um, for the league. Today there's some games going on here. You're going to have uh, the Rangers in Winnipeg, Winnipeg at Rangers at noon, Colorado, Washington, Carolina, Pittsburgh, Nashville, Chicago, Columbus at Islanders, which is going to be Eastern Conference. Keep an eye on that one. Vegas and Dallas, Tampa Bay and Calgary, Buffalo and Anaheim. That's another Buffalo team, man. We gotta see if we can get these guys to lose. But and then LA at Utah. So let's just go look around at the standings now, man. These are super duper tight. Pardon me, I'm losing my voice again this morning. But super tight standings. Um, with all the other teams winning, it is what it was. But we're still hanging in there. We got 84 points. That knocked us down. Um, but the way I'm going to look at it is here's, folks. We had I'm going to count it as 14 games. So I'm looking at that as the 14 games. I'm counting those as playoff games, starting with the Montreal game. So, I'm counting these are like playoff series, best of seven. So we got to win two best of sevens. We have to go 8-6, I think, to get in. If we don't win that, we're done. But that is it is what it is. You can't get too high, too low. So if you start it with looking at with the Montreal game that we won, so if you look at it at best of seven, we're 1-1 right now, losing the Boston. So keep your chin up, man. Don't look too much at the teams behind us. Focus on the teams we're playing, and we're gonna have some good looks, and our chances are gonna be good. So treat it like the playoffs. Don't get up too high. Don't get too low. Every game is a play on to the next one. Forget about the other one. Just learn from it. Move on. But you can look how tight all these are up in here, man. There's just hardly any point separation in any of these, and like I said, we don't have any room to stumble fall here. It's going to be a tight every game. It's going to be moving. Just let's just keep winning these games. It's going to be a tight race. It's exciting hockey, man. It's nerve wracking as all can be. Yeah, it really is. But it's fun hockey in the NHL, and the Red Wings. I think we can do it. And then if we can get Larkin back in the line up here, and then we didn't get any good luck last night, but we could have won that game. We could easily won that game. So I'm not too down. I like our chances. I think we're playing pretty good hockey. But we gotta work on our special teams play. We got to make teams play on the pay on the power play, because we're earning those power plays. So if you're wasting good opportunities there, not scoring. But and then our PK is we got to shut these folks down. But anyway, I'm going to wrap this up real quick. It's a nice Sunday here in the Dallas Metroplex area. I'm going to go out and get me some suntan. Uh, but anyway, I just want to say thanks for watching. Be kind and nice to each other. Remember to see the light, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.